Well, hello. Welcome to my broadcast of Champion Motorsports Thursday evening, North American time anyway, league. The Get Off My Lawn series. Today we are at Imola. My name is Mike Molesky, and we are ready for a great event again tonight. So let's just get right into it. This is a 50-plus league, sponsored by a number of sponsors there you see on the screen. It's a Thursday evening we're broadcasting this live, and its name is Get Off My Lawn. That's the 50-plus kind of stuff. And let's just look quite quickly for the standings here. Let me get set up properly here. Where am I? Did I get rid of that? Just hang on. There it is. So we have two divisions in this league. Here, let me get the screen up. And I got to get rid of that. Hang on. 1 second. I do it this way, I guess. Just hang on one last second here. Oh, well, maybe I can just read it. You guys can't see it on the screen there. Chris Moses is in first place in this fourth round of this series. Chris Moses with 232 points. Next is Brad Mears with 219, so he's a little bit behind. Third place is Jared Skinner, and that is in the gold division. Let me quickly switch over to silver. And silver is, our leader is Neil Leader with 230 points, followed by Joe McCabe with 213 points. Very closely followed, not very closely followed, but tied for second and third place is Brian Banks. So that is our standings for this league. We are going to be getting going very shortly. I'm just going to get see what's going on here. We're still in practice mode. I'm sure we'll be starting very soon. So yes, this is a broadcast that I'm doing for you guys for the points race. Those of you who know me from eSeniors, you can see behind me here, I'm an eSeniors guy, race and broadcast there also, but been a faithful follower of this Get Off My Lawn series. And from now on, I hope on Thursday nights, North American time, to be able to broadcast for you guys. Also, I'll race with you on the non-league races just for fun. But all right, the session is starting. This is the points. Let me get going here. Not points, but this is the start of the qualification. So qualify in two different sessions. Gold goes out first. That'll be the white, the white guys on your tower. Oh, I noticed the tower here is a little bit mixed up. Let me hold that, get that set. What am I doing here? Why is that not leaving? Oh, I got to rejoin. Hang on, sorry. There we go. Now we're rejoined. You should have a nice view. Yeah, I can see it now too. So we do this in two sessions. White gold group shown by in white goes out first. Looks like I'm trying to see if Jonathan is the first guy out or not. Just hang on for 1 second. If I can get my mouse back. I like to talk while I'm working. And I believe we are following here with Jonathan on his outlap. So we are at Imola this week. Fun track. Everybody likes it. And you can see the turn corners there up in the top left of your screen. Let me just make sure we are broadcasting here properly. Where is my... Oh yeah, we're broadcasting, and then make sure my voice levels are good. Oh, I know what I haven't turned on. I haven't turned on the engine sounds. There we go. We should be getting engine sounds there now. Do a little bit of a check inside the What am I looking at here? On board. There we go. There's a view you should be getting. Let me check the levels here when we got. Yeah, great engine noise there. Turn my volume down a little bit. I'm hitting into the red a little bit. There, that should be better. Okay, so I don't know if we have anybody on the stream. Yeah, we have Kevin Torrance. Let me see, Kevin. Give me an audio check, Kevin. I'm gonna find the right camera angles. I think Jonathan Wood, sorry, might be the first guy out. No, he is. I'm pretty sure the first guy out. So he should be setting the first time here shortly. No, he's only halfway through the track. We have 26 drivers today. I'm trying to get my mic in the right place. So 26 drivers today. More engine, just a bit there. Okay, I'll give you a little bit more engine. Let's see if that's going up or not. Yeah, you should be getting a little bit more engine noise there, Kevin. So yeah, the fourth race in this series, and I'm not sure of the point system here, so I can't give you too much of a comment on the spreads here and what's the different places are going to do. I hope I get everybody's liveries. I did a sync. They were awesome racing just before. Here we come. Here is the first time set by Jonathan Wood. And I don't have the times up there. Look at that. Driver name, car number. I don't want car number. I want session qualifying. There we go. 141 is the first time we've got. And let's put in deltas. There we go. So 141.42. And Chris Moses is already past that already with 141.72. And here come all the time. So the guys will be up there on that board shortly. Looks like we have a new type of tower there, and the software just updated a while ago. I haven't seen this one yet. So those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike Molesky. I just do this for fun and race with you guys and race with the other 50 plus group, which is e-seniors. You saw that in the background when you looked at my pretty face. Have we got everybody up here? No, not everybody's put up a time yet. So Chris Moses, Jonathan Wood, and Roger Jackman are the guys. Let's just give some love here to Chris Moses. Where is Chris? There he is. He's our leader. Who's got a good time? Jonathan's actually got a good time. I'll have to go back to that. He's behind by 0.5 seconds. He's up 2/10, 3/10. So Chris Moses, regular name here. I recognize most of you guys from racing in this virtual world of 50 plus sim racers. So I didn't start off with my usual handle here. Sim racing is a sport, so that makes us athletes. We're all over 50 years old in this league, as well as the other league. So yeah, there's Randy Zimmer's got a good lap going, 0.8. I'm trying to remember what the qualification times are with 20-minute qualies, it looks like. No, 20-minute qualies, but it's split into two. So I think these guys have 10 minutes. So they got 4 minutes left. So enough for three more what was I going to say? 3 more laps. Since I don't have the car numbers up, I assume everybody's out there in this division. I'll have to put the car numbers up so you can tell what we've got for. I'll just put them up there for a second. Make sure that's what we see. Car number, yeah. So we'll see the car numbers. I'll put those up later. Put those up later just so you can see what division everybody's in. We got all the gold guys out. Chris Moses is putting in a cracker time there already, up 0.6 on his best time. That's going to get him way ahead of Jonathan, almost by a second. Everybody else is just kind of getting their, solidifying their positions, except maybe for Bruce Hopkins. He's got a 0.4. Let's just put Bruce up there for a second, just for somebody different. He's got a good time going. That'll pop him, might drop him up to 12th. Nice livery, though, Bruce. In that, what is that? Looks like a McLaren. Unfortunately, the tower doesn't give us a lot of chances here for, a lot of room here for, a room here for different things on the tower, timing tower. I only get 2 columns. All right, so Jonathan is improving only slightly. Just Chris Moses is taking it away from all these guys. He's got a second up on everybody in the field. Let's take a look at some of the other people that I don't know. There's Roger Jackman. He is in a, that looks like, oh, that is a Mustang. A Mustang, yeah. Way to go. There's the boss man here, Mark Sutherland, in his, what does that look like? Ferrari, possibly? And the guy's tires are warming up. Chris Moses is up 0.3 on his leading time. Jonathan Wood's not doing much better. He's up 0.2 on his lead, second position. Keith Briscoe was up 0.2. He needs 0.3 to get into second place on that front row. Mr. Sutherland, who we're watching, has got a cracker time going. That'll get him into the first row if he can hold on to this time. He might just get into that first row. Hang on, here he comes. Boom. From 5th to just the 4th. And my math was wrong there. Everybody's getting a little bit better time on this one. Randy Zimmer will not improve, even though he's improving on his lap. Eric Jack, he's got 0.4. Let's put Eric up there. There's Eric. I'm going to get a better, different view here. Eric's up 0.3. That'll get him up to 6th. There he goes, into 6th. Randy Zimmer. Let's put Randy up there. There's a familiar name for me. Don't like seeing him in my rear view mirror. He's up half a second on his time. That'll get him possibly into 5th or 4th. 4th, there he goes. All right, there's the last lap for all these guys. Randy's going in. Keith Briscoe's still out there. He's got a lot of time to go yet. So this is a one-stop pit stop race. Fuel and tires required. Let's just take a quick peek. Mr. Sutherland's still out there. He's got up 0.2. That might get him into, again, he's trying to hang on there. If he gets a 0.2, he lost his time there, so he's not improving very much. Mr. Hesinger, let me see, Mike Hesinger. Hesinger, if I'm pronouncing that properly. He might jump in to a few extra spots, or at least jump one spot. He's got a ways to go. No, he's coming up on Varianta Bassa now, so he is going to, boom. I see Mark Sutherland just jumped into third place, I should say, into the second row. Way to go. Who else is up there? Briscoe is still out there. He's following in. Is he going to jump? Yes, he jumped. He just got over. I took over for Mark into third place. All right, so now we got all the other guys out there. Let's see what I can do. Who's out there first? Mr. Ellis. And 911. I know who that fella is. He is one of my local buddies here. Mr. Brian Banks. I think he might be the first guy out in the silver category. He is tied for second place in the standings. So there he goes through the Varianta Alta here in Imola today. Who have I got on? All right, Kevin tells me the volume is good. There's 4 people watching. Please sign in on the chat. Let me see who you are. I know last time I did this broadcast, with a few wives on. So if I get a wife on and if she wants to look at her better half, just put a little note there on the chat line and I'll see if I can get your mate. Here comes Brian, will be setting the standard for the silver class, and he is in at, doesn't show. Is he there yet? He didn't put in a valid lap. Oh, that was his out lap. That's still the out lap, sorry. Got all excited there for a second. And let me see some names that I recognize. Mr. Buckley, haven't seen you in a while. Roger is always... Roger Dismukes, always a chatty catty on the chat line. Richard McKay, that's also, while I'm doing that, I might as well show the people. Richard McKay, that's one of my buddies here, and I am broadcasting from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And there's a number of guys here from Edmonton. Brian and Richard are. Let's see if there's anybody else. Not really, nope, just me. And these guys, we got together a few weeks ago and had some wine in my backyard, as a matter of fact, and brought our cars in. Some of these guys have some fancy personal cars. I won't tell you what they are and where they are, but anyway, we get together once in a while for coffee. It's quite fun. Who have we got? Anybody set a time yet? Not really. Let's go back to Brian Banks there, Mr. 911. Where is he? There he goes. He should be setting the standard here. There he goes around Rivaza. Let's see if I get the different camera angles right here. There's Rivaza. Last corner before the long straight. That's the one that's fun. That's where you see some passes. Great place to pass. Here goes Brian setting the standard at... let's see. 4 seconds. I won't be able to see his actual time. Looks like Mr. McCabe bested him though. There's Joe McCabe. He has got the lead on the silver guys. No, Eric Jack. If Eric Jack is indeed... No, that's not. For a second there, I thought somebody... Ken Schmidt came in second. And McCabe is Delta is 3.2 from the leader of the whole race, but he is actually way ahead of that time already. So there's going to be some changes here, I'm sure, unless Joe is the cream of the crop here. I don't know. I've forgotten who was in first place in this silver group. Take a little peek here. If I can find it, there it is. No, Joe. Joe McCabe and Brian Banks are tied for second. Neil Leader, is Neil racing today? Yes, he is. Where is Neil? Neil has not got a great time qualification-wise right now, although he's improving quite a bit. Joe McCabe is going to... is Stephen Buckley out there? Oh, Buckley just took over the lead for the silver guys. He is up by a good 0.6 of a second on Joe, but Joe is actually having a great lap here. He might is he coming around? Yes, he is. There he goes. He's going to maybe take over the pole. No, just down, just slightly, maybe a 1/10 of a second, 2/10 of a second. So yeah, there's a big battle going on there between Buckley and McCabe for the lead position. In third place is Pablo Gianni. Let me just give him some love here. I'm on the screen. He is in the Mustang, I believe. Yes. Ooh, went around that one a little far. Took that curb a little high. He's up 0.2. He lost a lot of time doing that. He needs quite a bit. He needs 0.6 of a second to get up there. Ken Schmidt's got a good time going. He's up 0.3 right now. What's that going to get him? That is going to get him a number of positions. Where is he in his lap? Oh, he's halfway. He's got a long way to go yet. Let's just give him some love. Another Mustang. The Mustang in our other league. I'm going to refer these. They were not in competition with each other. This league and the seniors because we race at totally different times. So a lot of guys race both. Ooh, Mr. McCabe. Let's just go up here with Mr. McCabe. He's coming up on a great lap. What is he in? He is in, I can't see, McLaren. What is that car? What is that car? I'll have to get some cars going. That's an Aston Martin, I believe. McCabe is up 0.4. That'll get him very close to the podium, to the lead qualifier. Yes, it does. There he goes. We have a new leader, Mr. McCabe by the narrowest of margin. Buckley is still out there, not improving. Ken Schmidt's got a lap going. You find him. He has got up 1.4 in that Mustang. Let us see where that's going to get him. That is going to get him up there on the front second row, I think, if he can hang on. We just lost it all. What happened there? I thought he was up by second. Sorry, it's Ellis that's got the big time going here. There's Ellis. He is coming up. He's going to pop right up there. Where did he pop up to? He popped up onto the lead qualifier. Look at that. In the last couple of laps. That is a BMW. BMW. Way to go. You saw my hat at the beginning of the broadcast. I am a BMW fan, not racing a BMW this year. Just for fun, racing something else. He is in that wonderful 4 Series BMW. I own one of those things, except it's an electric 4 Series. I own an i4 electric car. So I just love it, And we are on the last, we still have a minute to see some people. That either that red car in the background. What happened to that? Mr. Giovanni, where is John? I'm looking for the guy, Pablo Gianni. He's got a great time going. He is going to jump up a number of spots. He is our leader. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Lee Ellis is our leader. So am I screwing up here? Ellis is still out there. He's way ahead, so he's the leader, actually. We'll get that. We'll get that settled when I put the numbers up here. We can see who's what. But Paul Gianni just jumped up quite a bit. He's either. Let me sort of quickly take a peek here. Put the car numbers up. So yeah, Ellis is actually the lead qualifier, followed by McCabe and then Buckley. I need to put the times up there so I can see what's happening. Brian Banks in 23rd is improving. That should pop him up a couple. But this is the last lap for everybody. Let's put Brian on. Who is this guy that I've got up here? That's Pablo. He's not improving. Kruger and Banks are the only two that are out there that are really got a time going. There's Mr. Banks. He's coming up on Variante Alta. Know this track very well. Everybody loves Imola. Charles. I haven't seen this Mr. Charles here. Stuart Charles. There is his car. What is that? Looks like a McLaren to me. Mr. Charles from Great Britain. Boy, what time is this fella racing at? It's got to be the middle of the night for him. He is improving by a second. That will get him quite high up. 2.9 will get him up there in front of Roger if he can hang on. And he lost a little bit of time there. Should still get him up there in the 18th place or so. Let's see how far he pops up. There he goes, 20th. Good last lap for this Mr. Stuart Charles. Don't recognize that name. So anyway, there we go. That looks like the way it's going to sit. Let's just get the car numbers up here for right there. There is the car. The car numbers. Here we go. Car number. So this is the way it stands. All right, so we have 5 minutes before the race starts. So let's just go over where everybody is here. Hang on. I cannot. Let me see if I can get us going here to Eric Jack. There, so there's our front row is Chris Moses and Jonathan Wood, followed by Mr. Keith Briscoe and Mark Sutherland. That is our top two. There's our first two rows. But looks like Mr. Jonathan Wood who has a drive-through? Oh, sorry. Moses has a drive-through, so he pops up. He was our leader. Now he's going to have to start from the pits. So that's that. In the silver category, we have on number 8 in the lineup there is Mr. Lee Ellis, followed by Joe McCabe in 10th place, and Stephen Buckley in 11th, and followed by Pablo Gianni in 4th place. So those are where the silver guys line up. And I can't get rid of that screen for now. I'll just leave it sit there until the session starts. Let me see if I can get... no, we won't do that just yet. Excuse me. Yeah, I can't get rid of all this stuff. Maybe I'll go through the grid this way. So Chris Moses, who's going to be starting... Oh, sorry. Is it Chris Moses that has the drive-through? Or is it Jonathan Wood? Looks like Chris Moses is still on there. Somebody has a drive-through. Well, he's going to... I thought, for whatever reason, I thought he's going to start from the pits, but no, he just has to do a drive-through in the first 3 laps. All right, there's Jonathan Wood in 2nd place. In 3rd place, Mr. Keith Briscoe. And 4th place, Mark Sutherland. 5th, Randy Zimmer in his familiar orange. In 6th, Roger Jackman. There's the first Mustang. In 7th, Eric Jack. Beautiful livery there. I hope I did do a livery update, so I hope I got everybody's good liveries. Lee Ellis in 8th place. In 9th place, so let me go back to make sure I'm looking at the video here for people talking to me. There we go. 2 a.m. in Britain, somebody's telling me. Who's on chatting with me? Mr. Kevin Torrance. Anyway, Mr. Jeff King in 9th. Joe McCabe in 10th. Stephen Buckley. There's a livery for you. Stephen Buckley, the number 73. That is a Mustang, I believe, from the front. Thomas Rainier in his familiar Martini Porsche. Bruce Hopkins in 13th place. That is a McLaren for sure. Pablo Gianni. A Mr. Gianni from somewhere. I don't recognize the flag. He is in a Mustang, a European guy in a Mustang. Michael McLennan in his familiar blue and orange livery. Mr. Roger Dismukes. There he is. That looks like a Porsche. Mike Hesner. I get that one right. That's another Porsche. Neil Leader, who is the leader of the silver category. And he is in 18th place. Ken Schmidt, another Mustang. Stuart Charles from Great Britain, 2 a.m. That is a Rattler. Can't see the rest of that livery. Mr. Brian Banks from Edmonton, Alberta, followed by his buddy in 21st and 22nd, Richard McKay. That's going to be a battle amongst the Canadians.
30 seconds.
There is Sean Vision in a Ferrari. Vincent, sorry. Laszlo Toth, number 31 in a Porsche. And last but not least, never least, is Daryl Kruger in a Ferrari. So we are just about ready to start the excuse me. I should be able to get rid of all that stuff now. There we go. And get that to my screen here. Here, now we got our good lap. Let me get my tower set up here. Car number. And on our second one, we will put, for now, we will put where everybody started gets starting position. Where is it? Position delta. There we go. So for the start, when we're following along with Chris Moses, that's a little bit of a weird angle. There we are. Let's go helicam just for fun. I just got back from a trip to Europe. I should know what time it is. I was in Italy 48 hours ago and on a cruise and caught COVID, so you might hear my voice be a little nasally tonight. And just getting over the after effects of a little bit. COVID didn't hit me very hard, but the time zone difference between where we left from Rome, we were on a cruise, but we left from Rome. As I say that, I'm going to cough. We left from Rome 48 hours ago, so I'm still battling the after effects of that. So Imola, let me just do a quick Imola while we're chatting here. Imola circuit. Let's do a Wikipedia here. So of course Imola is the home track for Ferrari. We just watched the F1 race there last week. That's probably why we've got it on today. Yeah, so Enzo and whatnot. It's also known as the Enzo Indino Ferrari International Circuit. 4.9 kilometers or 3 miles long. It is near Bologna in Italy. Of course, it is the Formula One Italian GP track. Let me see if I can find a GT3. There we go, GT3. The record for GT3 is 1 minute 40 seconds. So we're about 2 or 3 seconds off the pace there, if I remember correctly from qualification. Where are we on the track? We are getting close to setting up the starting grid. Should be coming along. There we go. Now the starting grid comes together. Everybody there? Yep. Everybody's lining up. Let's see what kind of helicam we get. Let's see what happens here at the start between Jonathan and Chris Moses. Now Chris has got to serve a drive-through penalty soon. That's going to cost him about 20 seconds. I heard him say at the beginning. Here we go through Baza. That is the tiny little corner, little bend in the straight. We should be getting a green light very soon, very soon, very soon. Here we come. I think that's it right there, right there. There's they go. Then we are off and racing. Oh no, this was another one where the finish line's not the same place as the start line. Here we go. There we got a green light. There we go. We've got Chris and Jonathan. Jonathan looks like he is trying to go around the outside. There's a number of things happening. Let's just keep following with those top guys. He's going to let Chris Moses go by. Let's just see how the grid does. Everybody's through pretty well. All right, this is not the corner to worry about, though. It's this next one. This is the one where there's always some fun action. Just keep following this grid, see if anybody's side by side. There's a couple of guys, a little bit of an accordion going there. There's our first incident. Oh, yep. Then who's that that's following behind? We'll see that later. And anything else happening back here? Not really. All right, so McLennan was involved in that. Charles was involved in that. A lot of people involved in that one. Let's see what happened here. Chris Moses is still ahead. I'll get rid of this view. There he is. So we've got Chris Moses, John Wooden, and Keith Briscoe. And Chris Moses has to serve a penalty, as we know. So Jeff King looks like he was the big benefactor there, up 3 spots. Roger Jackman down 2, Stephen Buckley up 2, so that's what happened. at the start. The worst offender down there is Pablo Gianni. Lost 5 spots, as with Neil Leader. So that was the 2 guys involved in the incident, I believe. Let's just, Jonathan is in 2nd place right now. I'm going to put race gaps up here. Now we can see who's close for the... Ooh, we're going to try and find a good camera angle there. There we go. Sutherland looked like he's trying to get at Kevin Briscoe. Lee Ellis is close. Anybody else? Ooh, there's Roger Dismukes. There's Roger trying to get by, trying to chase down that Mustang. Pablo Gianni trying to get back into the game. He is in on... Oh, looks like Brian Banks went wide. Pablo's going to try and pass him. He's got the outside, I should say. That didn't happen. Oh, he took a good peek there, but Brian was able to hang on. He hit some dirt there. How did Brian and Richard are about the same spot. Looks like Pablo's going to take another crack at Brian. He really wants him badly. See what the best camera angle is here. We'll stay here with Pablo for now. Looks like there was another incident here. Nope, a little bit of a touch maybe. Go back to Pablo. I want to take a quick peek to see if I have a replay. Ability to put up replay buttons here. Nope, not working. Oh, we had an accident up here, Randy Zimmer. No, looks like, I saw some yellow flags for a second here. Mark Sutherland, where am I? Sutherland's attacking Kevin here. Let's just see if Mark Sutherland's going to make it happen. Where is it? Where is he? That should be Mark Sutherland. What are we on here? Oh, something happened with the Keith Briscoe. Let's go back 30 seconds to see that one. There they are. This is a replay. We're in replay mode right now. That is Briscoe in front of Mark Sutherland. Mark's got the outside. This is the long straight. And let's see what happens in this corner at the end. Oh, what happened? We lost it. Are we back to regular time? It just looks like, I have a feeling that he had a, what am I saying? Keith had a problem with his system. Looks like he just disappeared all of a sudden. All right, let's just see here. Stephen Buckley is right on Roger Jackman's tail. I don't like these views here. Trying to get some good views. I love the onboard camera, you guys will know. We go through Varialta Alta. That's the little chicane. We're on board here with Stephen Buckley. Let's just follow him through Privaza here. That's the big Mustang. I recognize that back end. I used to own a Mustang, that new version of the Mustang. All right, let's just go down here and see what happens. Looks like Chris Moses is in the pits serving his drive-thru. We are first up here with, there is our leader. That is Jonathan Wood, followed by Mark Sutherland. We saw him pass Keith a second ago. I think Keith had a problem. Third is Randy Zimmer. And fourth, Jeff King. That is our gold category. Ooh, looks like Mr. Jack, if I could catch him, went off. Let's just see what happened to him. We're back here in replay mode. Get my replay button going. This is Eric Jack. Something happened to him, so we're 30 seconds back here. It's going through down the straight. Something happened. Who's right behind him? Oh, looks like we might have had a little bit of a touch. Yes, that's what happened. Not sure who that was behind him, but that affected him big time. And we are back live. So let's just go through our silver category, where we've got quite some differences here. So let's go back to Jeff King. In first place, In the silver category is Stephen Buckley, followed by, let's just go on with Buckley here. Where is he? There is Buckley. He is in first place. In second place is Lee Ellis. There's Lee. And third is Joe McCabe, sorry. And fourth is Ken Schmidt. So quite a big, we've got a lot of gold guys have some problems. Chris Moses is off right now. What happened? It's a little bit of a touch there with somebody, but Chris is now in 20th place. Remember, he is our leader in the standings, but he's now got to make his way all the way through the field. Jeff King is harassing Randy Zimmer as we speak, going through Tamburello. Randy pulls away. Let's go into the cockpit here and watch Jeff trying to hit Randy. This is a battle for position. This is a battle for third. Oh, Jeff hits that curb a little too hard. Got him all out of whack. Let's forget that one. Paul Gianni down here. Pablo. He is harassing Mr. Brian Banks. Banks in that Ferrari. Pablo is in a Mustang, I believe. Here, a quick pick. Chasing. Yeah, that is a Mustang. Mustang didn't, a lot of people get away from the Mustang this season in our league. We're back into our new session. Excuse me. Not as many Mustangs as last year. So let's just see Pablo how he does going through Manuale. He's hanging together there. Brian is an experienced driver. He's not going to be too upset. Oh, but we got something happening up here. This is Mr. Rainier is trying to get that Aston Martin up ahead. Joe McCabe. A very big gap. This is not for position within their standings, but Thomas is going to try and catch Lee Ellis, who's up ahead. But this is McCabe is sitting in third place. Let's go back to Pablo. There's Pablo still not getting by. Let's see what he can do. That Mustang has great straight line speed. He's catching up to that Ferrari. You notice the gap is getting smaller and smaller. Let's just take a quick peek, see what he's going to do. Going into... Oh, Brian let him by. Oh, he just took an inside peek and Brian got a little nervous going through there and went wide and lifted a little bit. So now Brian is going to chase. Let's just see cockpit-wise. Brian wants that Ferrari. He wants that position back. This again is for position. This is probably for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7th. Followed by now that Mustang's going to take off on the second straight. Yes, he is. Let's go back to Thomas. He's trying to hunt down. This is a Porsche, and all that Thomas is in a Porsche. Well, you can see it in the dash there. He's trying to get through to that Ferrari up ahead. Oh, sorry, Aston Martin of John McCabe. Okay, we had any other gaps here? Eric Jack. Going at our battles, finding our battles here. I hope my volumes are pretty good. Yes, they are. Just checking that once again. Eric Jack, right here on Roger. He's been harassing Roger for a while. Here we go through Rivaza. Let's just see if Eric can catch up. He is in a, what can I tell? Let's just take a quick peek. Chase cam, that is oh, I can tell the BMW sound. What's going on with me? The BMW is not going to catch him on the straight. Roger's in a Porsche. Whoa, he really did catch up. Roger has a different braking point for sure. Let's just see if BMW can catch up here into Villeneuve. BMW can take those curbs easy. Oh, up ahead. Whoa, there's some action up ahead. That is Ken Schmidt went wide there. Lost a couple of positions. So this is now a battle for 1, 2, 3, 4th and 5th. So Eric wants to get into 4th place so he can start challenging for the lead. And this looks like Thomas is still on, trying to get by McCabe so he can attack his... whoa, he went through that. He went really, had lots of speed going in there. Let's just look at the helicam, see if he's going to make it happen going into the chicane. Not going to make it happen in the chicane, but he wants to keep that gap nicely tight so that he can attack. Go back into the cockpit. Oh, he's got some speed on him. Oh, he could not, took a peek, but that didn't work. Ooh, he's got lots of speed. That went a little deep on that one. That's going to cost him. He's not going to catch up on the straight, I'm sure. Back here, we got Roger McLennan, who's trying to get by Richard McKay. Richard looks like he's been hit a couple of times in the back. That is a Ferrari, I believe. Oh, Richard just letting him by, it looks like. Not sure why he did that. Must be hassling. You know, maybe Richard has some damage. Lots of action here. Pablo on Ken Schmidt. Oh, this is... Who am I on here? I moved Pablo for sure, yeah. Looks like Pablo is going to be past Ken there. Look who's coming up in the standings here. There's Chris Moses. He is up to 16th now. Let's just see how far he gets. Don't forget, he basically started from the back. He is trying to chase down Laszlo at this point. Let's just go down through the field here. There's Jonathan Wood. He has got a 5-second lead over 2nd place in the gold category. This is Mark Sutherland. What am I doing here? There we go. There's Mark. In 3rd place is Randy Zimmer. He's 5 seconds back also. He's being followed closely by Jeff King. So that'll be a battle for the podium. Stephen Buckley is in 1st place in silver. He has got a nice 2-second lead over Bruce Hopkins in second. No, not in 2nd place. But Lee Ellis, who's in 2nd place in silver in that BMW. So he has got, Buckley's got about a 3-second lead there. And Ellis has got a 2-second lead over Jim McCabe. So there we go, that's our top leaders. Let's just find Ellis is actually the guy who's chasing somebody down the closest. There is Ellis trying to get by Bruce Hopkins so he can keep his battle, his gap going with McCabe. We got a lot of close battle here. Thomas's Rainier is right behind these two. No, it's not. But whoa, I don't know who that was ahead of him. See who's dropping down. That might have been a back marker. I'm not sure who that was. Thomas has no longer got by that guy. And Ellis. Who else has got a good battle going? Jeff King and Zimmer are still at it. There's Jeff trying to chase down Mr. Zimmer. This Porsche should have the advantage into the corners. That is a... what is that up there? Is it Ferrari, I believe? Oh, Big Natty, how are you? I believe that's Frank, isn't it? Not sure who Big Natty is. I've forgotten who that was. I think it's Frank Tennant, isn't it? No, Mr. Buckley. We got a Buckley fan. What else? 4 seconds back there. He is in 1st place. Things are lengthening out a little bit there. King's having trouble. I can hear his tires are just squealing. There goes Mr. Zimmer into the pits. Where are we here? 24 minutes to go. And I believe this is I'm trying to remember what the race is here. This is a sprint. So the sprint format is 40-minute race. So Zimmer is in a little bit early. A bunch of people pitting here all of a sudden. A little bit early. That's 16 minutes into the race. We're going to have to watch that. Let's see. Pablo is trying to chase down Roger still. So I'm going to forgot to put the pit stops up here. We got one pit stop. There we go. That is the pit stop. So Ken Schmidt's done. Rick Charles is done. There's a bunch of people in the pits at this point. Excuse me. So still quite a big gap between all the guys up to 7th place. So, I lost my microphone here, moved on me a little bit. Sorry about that. You should hear me a lot better now. Randy Zimmer, is he off? Nope, just had a little touch of the yellow flag there. So big gaps everywhere right now, and people are going to be coming out of the pits. Let's just follow along here with a few of the leaders. That's Mark Sutherland in 2nd place. He can barely see Jonathan up ahead. There's 6 seconds in that our view on the straight. Just see him go around the corner. There's Jeff King. He is trying to get a little bit of a button here. That was a back marker. Who are we on? We're on with Jeff King. That's a back marker to be let by. Ken Schmidt back here. I'm just going through where everybody is. So Schmidt has had his Stephen Buckley. He's looking at. These are all back markers up ahead. Up ahead of him, then it's Ken Schmidt. So we're all a little bit out of whack here with some not back markers, but people have taken their pit stops already. So gaps are still quite high here. Let's go on board with Bruce. So Bruce is, let's make sure that guy ahead is Stephen Buckley. And that is, so he is looking at this battle on board here was with Bruce Hopkins and Stephen Buckley. Neither of them have had their pit stops yet. Pablo. Pablo is trying to get by Roger, and Roger just had a problem. I am going to go back 30 seconds to watch to see how this transpired. Go into Helicam. So this is a few seconds ago. Pablo is chasing Roger. Maybe I'll go into cockpit here. Here's Roger up ahead. He's being harassed by Pablo. And something happens to Roger somewhere along here. Just goes a bit wide in that. That's what happened. He went a bit wide and Pablo passed him. Here we go. We're back live. There's Pablo now. Let's see who else is close. Mr. Rainier still has a pit stop to do. That is, let's see who that is ahead of him. That is Moses ahead of him, so that's not for position. Oh, it is for position, but I don't think Thomas is going to catch Chris. Chris is on a charge here, and he hasn't taken his pit stop yet, though, so he's going to fall back again by quite a few spots. Although, no, he's sorry, he is in 14th place. Everybody ahead of him is actually hasn't pitted yet, so he'll be 14th place when he comes back out and everybody's done their pit stop. Right, who will we take on here? Roger now is catching up with, let's just see if that is Lee Ellis ahead of him. And we got all these, who's that? That is Pablo ahead of him. So Roger's now chasing down his chasee, Roger, or Pablo, and neither of you guys have taken their pit stops yet. We're halfway through the race. Let's just see what kind of pit stop strategy. These two guys are the closest ones in the top 10, so we'll just follow these guys along here to see what their pit stop strategy is going to be. Excuse me. Let's see if Paulo tries the undercut here since he's being harassed. He might want to try that if Roger doesn't follow. Roger does not follow, so Pablo goes in ahead. He's going to try the undercut on Roger. Let's see how that all transpires later. So let's see if Roger stays out a few more times. And let's just find somebody who's battling here. Well, let's just go on with Chris. Chris Moses is trying to work his way up the ladder here. To see who he's battling with here. He is actually battling with Ellis. See if he gets by Ellis. Ellis has done his pit stop already. He might not have tried too much. He's halfway through here. I wonder if Chris is going to come in now. Ooh, he's got by. Has a little bit too much for that harassment by Moses is a little bit too much. I wonder if Chris is going to go really long here and do his pit stop right at the end. He knew he had a drive-through to serve. Not quite sure what that drive-through was for. Haven't followed the league, just got back as I was saying. All right, let's just see who's in the top lead. Let's go on here with Jonathan. Well, Jonathan is in the pits, and so is King. So these guys were 5 or 6 seconds apart. So that'll mean Roger is going to get his time at the top. Roger has not pitted yet. Remember, Roger was battling there with someone, I can't remember, Pablo, I think. And he is staying out for another lap. Roger might have a different pit stop strategy. Oh boy, he's probably got a pit crew back at home helping with his strategy. Neil Leader is in the pits. So a lot of the top 5-7 guys are now pitting. Randy Zimmer has not pitted yet. Let's see where Randy is. Randy's coming around here. Well, how about jumping down to Pablo again? And now he's chasing down Joe McCabe. This is for position. This is probably 1, 2, 3. This is for 4th and 5th in the silver category. Oh, Big Natty is Mr. Park. Sorry about that. I got you and Frank's handle mixed up. Hope you're enjoying the action, you guys, on the stream. We've got 6 people watching. So this is for position, as I said. And this looks like Pablo is in the Ford. Oh, I see something here. I see something I want to look at. Never noticed before. I just noticed it on the stream. I can see what kind of car that is. That helps me out because I don't recognize all the cars sometimes from different profiles. So McCabe is in an Aston Martin. That one I could tell. But Pablo's just trying to. Let's just take. I have some stuff here. What am I going to do here? Best laps. Pablo and McCabe are pretty close to exactly the same best laps, 143.5. Remember I told you the track record was 140 something? Well, our leader here, Chris Moses, the best lap of 141.5. So he's only 1 second off the track record for the Imola. So this is a battle for position here, as is this one. Bruce Hopkins and Jeff King are battling for 4th and 5th also in the gold category. 14 minutes left in the race. Looks like Bruce is working pretty hard. Let's see where Chris Moses is on his, see if he's going to go. He did not go into the pits again. All right, tells me something. Sutherland is trying to chase down Jonathan. This is for 1st and 2nd. That is Jonathan up ahead, I believe. Or is that Roger? Let me take a quick peek here. That looks like somebody else. That looks like Thomas Rainier in front. So Sutherland is only 2 seconds. No, that might be. Let's take a quick peek here. No, that is Jonathan. What is Jonathan's car? I'll take a quick peek at Jonathan's in that Porsche. Let's see what his livery looks like. Just give me a second here to find my mouse. Chase cam. Oh, he's in a nice white livery. All right, so Sutherland is definitely chasing down. We've got a little bit of a battle here. I thought the gap was a lot higher earlier between these two guys. It's only a second, 2 seconds back here. All right, Chris Moses. Let's go back to Chris. He's trying to chase down Stephen Buckley. He's right. Oh, I had a massive problem. Ooh, we are going to have to go to Helicam and watch that take place. So this is a replay here. This is Moses trying to pass. I believe it is. Forget now. Buckley. That's who it was. Stephen Buckley going through the chicane. And Chris tries to pass on the outside here, and they tap, and it just screws up both of them. Oh, what a mess. Well, that is going to make Chris Moses going to have to finish. He needs the points. Oh, no, he's going into the pits now. I wonder if he's going to do some repairs or not. Oh, that was a big happening. I'm glad I caught that. Not glad for what happened, but glad that I caught that on the stream. That was a disaster. A disaster. All right, no, this one is for position. We were watching this one earlier. No, we weren't. This is Thomas on Ellis. Thomas is just trying to catch up with Hopkins. He's not going to try to do it. So this is not for position in the standing, just racing fun. But Pablo and Joe McCabe, this is for second place. It's a couple of seconds behind. Let's just see, there's something going on here with Ken Schmidt. He's trying to pass. He is trying to pass leader. This is for position, probably 6th or something. Just follow along with this one for a while because it looks like Ken has got pace on Neil Leader. Neil Leader is the leader in the lead, so I'm surprised he's way back here at this point. Not an Imola fan, I guess. So that Mustang chasing down Neil, who is in a Lamborghini. Too many Lamborghinis out there. Let's just take a quick peek in the cockpit. My favorite view, because you see how hard the drivers are working. I like this view any better? Yeah, let's try this one for a while, sitting here in the passenger seat. He's trying really hard to get by lead. Looks like he's got pace. Once he comes around the Rivaza here, let's see all that Mustang. Can that Mustang put a dent in on the Lamborghini on the straight? Something happened down below. Mr. Kruger and Mr. Charles changed positions. Look, see, that Mustang just has great straight line speed. He's taking a crack at it. Taking the inside onto Rambello, and he's going to make it stick. Yes, he is. Great job there by Ken Schmidt getting by Neil Leader. Beautiful pass. That Mustang on the straight, just an amazing car. Thomas and Lee Ellis. Thomas is desperately trying to get by Ellis. He's been trying now for a couple of laps. Up ahead there, Mark Sutherland can't make a dent into that 2-second lead that Jonathan has. Ooh, nicely done through the chicane. But Thomas lost some time. Let's see Charles back here on Stephen Buckley. Buckley has some damage, I would think. Just take a quick peek at his damage in a second. Oh, is he gonna make this stick? It looks like he's got and he is. Buckley's got damage. He is not. Let's just go on to Buckley's car here. Take a look. Oh yeah, look at that. He is a mess. He's a mess. He's not gonna be able to stay up with. He's not gonna be able to stay up with his usual times there. Well, you know what? Let's just go through here and. Do our leaders. There is our leader, Mr. Jonathan Wood, a 2-second lead over the second position, Mark Sutherland in that Ferrari. And in third place in the silver category, Randy Zimmer. But Randy has not put in his pit stop yet. He is going long. If my timing is, or my, you know what? I thought I saw Zimmer going quite early, so that pit stop may not stand. He may have already done his pit stop. In first place for the silver category, but being chased by Joe McCabe. This is Lee Ellis, and Joe McCabe is right behind him. No, he's not. No, that is Ellis's gap. He's trying to pass Thomas Rainier. In second place in silver is McCabe. He's 7 seconds back, but he is being harassed. He's got a rear view mirror full of Pablo Gianni. Let's see, get on board with Pablo, see what he's seeing. Going through the chicane, very alta chicane. Pablo in that Ford onto the Aston Martin, and we talked about the Ford straight line speed before. Just keep on going. They're coming around Rivaza now, so now comes the big straight line. So he is 0.8 seconds back of McCabe. Let's just see what happens here on the straight. It doesn't look like he got a great exit with respect to Joe, but I suspect he'll close that gap slightly. Looks like he's closing it a little bit, not quite a tenth yet. Yeah, he's closed it quite a bit. I should put a speed trap. Speed trap there. Whoa, looks like McCabe went wide there. Let's just go back 10 seconds, take a quick peek at that. Helicam wise, there he goes. He goes wide coming out there. Oh, hits the dirt, and Pablo passes him that way. Just too much pressure. We're back live here. So they got that pass. Ooh, I'm hot with catching passes today. Eric Jack. Ooh, that doesn't look like he's got a great stream here. Take a quick peek in his cockpit. He is looking at it. That's a little bit better there. He's right on Stuart Charles's tail. That is not for position within category, so I think Stuart's just going to let him by. No use battling with somebody who's not in your race. So Jack now is ahead. Let's just see where we got some gaps. Charles on Eric Jack again. That is not for position. Jack is in the gold category. We got 5 minutes left in the race. Where have we got battles for position? Well, we've got a battle between McCabe and Pablo, but I think McCabe just got past. He went wide. Let's see if he can catch up. Back to Pablo. And where's our other battle for position? There is too many. Oh, here's the big one. There's the big one. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Here is Mark Sutherland trying for the lead on Jonathan Wood. So this is really the battle today. Why am I not following this one? Only 2 seconds behind these two. We will stick with this one for a little while. Let's just watch and see how Mark is going to try to make that happen now. So Jonathan might be playing a little possum here and might pull ahead. He's 2 seconds up. Let's just say that's what up. I think the guys that show pit stops are actually have had the pit stops early and I didn't catch them in time with the timing tower. But Mark is just, let's go in his cockpit to see how hard he's working to try to make up that 2 second gap for the lead. I'm not sure if Mark has wins this year yet, but he certainly has a chance here if he can, in the last 4 minutes, harass Mr. Wood. Mr. Wood is, as we know, a seasoned driver. He's not going to be rattled too much by the pressure. Our leader, Chris Moses, is way down there in 22nd place. He lost a few people, looks like. There's Chris. Yeah, we had 20 more. We had more people start out. Maybe we lost a couple of guys. And then you lost my I gotta fix this microphone. It keeps moving on me. I'll do that for next week for sure. Sorry about that. I'm back on board here with my microphone at my mouth. This racing action is just too much for me. I couldn't keep track of where my mic was wandering away. So I hope you guys are enjoying this stream, either now or later. I know last time I did one of these streams, we had a good 100 people listen. Oh, look at this. Jonathan had a little bit of a problem, but he's knocked off a half a second from his 2-second gap. Looks like Jonathan had a little bit of a problem. I wasn't following there, but yeah, Jonathan is... let's just go on board with Jonathan for a bit. See how hard he's working. We're catching up on the long straight. That's not very exciting. Let's see if Jonathan makes up, or Mark makes up any time on the straight here. 1.8 on the exit. Excuse me. Boy, this hour of broadcasting is really killing my throat. Looks like Lee Ellis is making a pitch on Thomas Rainier, but that is not for position. Thomas just might want to let him go by. And down here we've got McLennan and Banks. And this is not for position, but Banks on Laszlo is for position, so that's a little bit of a battle here too. We've got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left, folks. Last 3 or 4 laps. So Brian is not going to want to let McLennan get by him, because that'll put somebody in between him and his intended target. And Ken Schmidt on leader. Oop. Right here. This is for position in. Oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen, I think. Let's just see if Ken, he's going to try the outside. A little bit of a tap there, rubbing paint. Oh, this is a great, great battle. Oh, and he's not going to get by. He had the momentum, but just couldn't let it stick. He got a little bit of a tap there. Wow, that is exciting. Catch you some great action here, guys. Just get on board with McLennan, or Ken, I should say. He wants it bad. I'm not sure if Leader had some damage. I'll take a quick peek at Leader's car. Final lap. No, there's no damage there. No damage there. So this is for position. Looks like ahead. Mark still on this last lap is within striking distance of Jonathan. If Jonathan makes a mistake, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. It's sometimes a little hard to not play it a little safe on the last lap, but that's not. Jonathan is a seasoned driver, as we know, and he is going to not be pressured by this Ferrari in his rearview mirror. 1 second, 1.3 second gap, but we don't have much. He's only got half a lap to go. It's going to take a mistake by Jonathan. Ooh, he came through there. He really pushed it hard, Mark did. He had a great corner there. Here comes Alta. That Minerali was good for him. He gained 2/3 of a second. Jonathan's trying to take it smooth through Alta. Let's just see if Mark's going to push it through Rivaza. Got his 1.3 second. That Porsche just took off there. Last couple of corners, and it's not going to happen. We have got our leader, Mr. Jonathan Wood. There we go for the lead and the race. Oop, let's go, Jonathan. There we are. There, he's the checkered flag for Jonathan. And second is Mark Sutherland. Third will be Randy Zimmer. Let's just go to Lee Ellis now, who is first in the silver category. He's got a 4-second lead over Pablo. And in third place, Joe McCabe. So let's just follow Lee Ellis here and get his flashing lights over the Start finish line. He is coming up to it right now. There is his checkered flag. Good job, Lee. Followed by Pablo Gianni. There he is in the Mustang. And in third place, Joe McCabe in that Aston Martin. He's still coming around Variante. No, he's passed already. Great job, you guys. Nice to just give me a scene here. It was fun calling that race. So yes, I'll try and be back on Thursdays every week for your races, your points races. Next week it is COTA, Circuit of the Americas. Another sprint race, another dry race. So I'll be trying that one out with you guys next week just for a fun time in my, I'm not sure what I'm going to race. Forgot what I signed up for with you guys, whether it was a BMW. I think it was BMW. Anyway, whatever. I'll see you next week on the track and in 2 weeks for the points race. So signing off now, Mike Molesky for Champion Motorsports. Get off my lawn, Lee. Bye for now. See you in a couple of weeks.